What can supervisors do about climate risk? So we've been talking about what financial institutions can do about climate risk. And it's not just financial institutions which need to do something. Supervisors as well have roles to play. So the insurance supervisor or the financial supervisor has many things that it can do about climate risk. Um, it can adjust the regulatory framework to take into account climate risk. It can set expectations and requirements for regulated institutions in their reporting, in their supervision, and in their market conduct. It can provide information, gather data and provide information to guide decision making. It can advocate for policy decisions in the right direction. And last but not the least, it can collaborate with appropriate stakeholders to ensure that all hands are on deck to take appropriate action on climate risk. Stakeholder consultation, stakeholder support is a very important issue. It is an issue that will run through the course. You will keep hearing about it, and don't keep it in silos. It's applied in all aspects of life, and in fighting global warming, climate risk, stakeholder consultations, and stakeholder buy-in is still very important. So the Geneva Association has published an excellent analysis of a stakeholder landscape for climate risks. And it's a landscape that outlines various stakeholders that the insurance supervisor needs to work with to take action on climate risks. These stakeholders are international development community, and there are various players of the international development community. There's the JICA, the SIDA, that's the Swedish International Development Association, the United States Agency for International Development, USAID, and the GIZ, the German Development Corporation. There are many, many international development community members who can play several roles instead of in the areas of policy, in the areas of providing resources, in the areas of advocacy and dealing with climate risk. The United Nations itself has started a number of initiatives on climate risk. We did talk about caring for the climate initiative by the UN. There are other initiatives by the UN. The financial supervisor can collaborate with the UN in the effort to manage climate risk. There are socioeconomic groupings as well that have shown commitment that financial institutions, the financial regulators can collaborate with to do the G7, the G20, the OECD, and many, many other economic and social groupings that regulators can collaborate with to take action. Government, of course, government pass laws, government pass budgets for their citizens, government take actions to improve the welfare of their citizens. In all these, the policy decisions that are made, the recommendations have to be enforced by government or governmental institutions. And so cooperation with government is very important. Non-governmental organizations and civil society organizations also have roles to play. And then the scientific community, academia, and centers of excellence. So in the course of the study, we talked about the German Watch, which has put together the climate risk index. There are other organizations which are doing many things to help to gather data, to assess the situation, to develop indices and indicators, to provide reporting disclosure frameworks many things that can be done, and the scientific community and academia and centers of excellence have many ways that they can also contribute to the effort. And financial regulators can collaborate with these institutions to take action on climate change. Insurance industry and affiliate themselves have a big role to play in terms of the kinds of products that they make available, the coverages, the exclusions, taking another look at exclusions, bearing in mind the impact of climate risks and the nature and the types of risks. These are all very important roles that the insurance regulator can play to ensure that the action on climate risk is comprehensive, it is total, and all hands are on deck. So a very important thing that financial regulators can do is to collaborate with stakeholders to improve the effectiveness of the action on climate risk.